thanks. Hey.
You mind if I join you?
No, not at all. Be my guest.
Is this your regular stop?
Yep. Yeah, it is. When I got time, it is. Yeah.
Well, I hate eating alone. You know, I come here to pretend I've got people in my life.
Yeah, sure. I come here for the huevos rancheros, actually.
Okay, well, here's a perfect morning then, all right? You've got sun coming through the blinds, coffee delivered in bed, maybe a toasted bagel with cream cheese and the New York Times.
That sounds pretty good.
Oh, go ahead. I'm still trying to make up my mind.
All right, I'll have the huevos rancheros.
Yeah, well, I'll have the same. Yeah.
That was easy.
So how you doing on the bouncer stripper thing?
Pretty good. Still talking to witnesses. Yeah. Hey, you were gonna grab that notebook and look into that fight you broke up, weren't you?
Yeah, between Curtis and the teddy bear man. Yeah. I got it right here.
You do?
All
right.
Yeah. Teddy bear said 3 or 4 times that he was gonna come back and let him have it.
It's a direct quote.
I got 2 people in the bar that heard him say it, and I heard him say it 2 times again. So.
Oh, that's good. It's good.
Yeah. Anything from ballistics?
Maybe something a little later on in the day. Apparently, forensics is done with the car, so yeah, just waiting on that.
Good. Well, need a hand, you know, something else, anything else. You're calling me, right?
Yeah.
Winston? Just coming to get you.
So what's this about the death in custody?
Yeah, she just came in.
What are the circumstances?
Her name is Mei Ling Zhang. She's 33. She died on a hunger strike at the Vancouver Women's Correctional Center.
On a hunger strike? Do we know why?
She's a Chinese refugee off one of those freighters, you know.
She's on a hunger? What's she doing in a correctional joint?
Well, they're holding some of the women over there pending their immigration hearings. That's what the whole protest is all about. Being held in a prison cell like that.
I guess so. So you got there and she was dead in her cell?
Well, no. She was in the infirmary when I got there.
Is her?
Yeah, this is her.
Bishop? She pretty much wasted away, hasn't she?
Yeah, I'm just doing a gross autopsy now, but from what I'm seeing of her condition, simple infection would have killed her.
You know how long it's been since she had a meal?
The prison doctor over there said about 2 months.
2 months? How does it go that far? Do I have the doctor's stuff in this file?
I got everything they had.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What about the warden? What do they say?
She said everything was by the book, quote unquote.
Yeah, right. An illegal immigrant dies on a hunger strike. I can just see where my day is going. It's in a dark, twisted little road, too. Anything for me?
Well, it would be good to know what kind of shape she was in when she first got off the boat.
Okay, well, I'll contact the Department of Health and see if they had a look at her when they first got her.
Okay, well, any kind of history you can get, but bring it to Sunny. She's going to be taking over a bed lecture.
Sunny?
Please.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Morning, gentlemen.
Hey, morning.
Oh, hey, congratulations on being made permanent.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you. Where are we on double shooting? The exotic dancer and the doorman?
We got a pretty good suspect.
The stalker?
Yeah, the stalker. He had a thing for the stripper. We got a couple witnesses say they heard him threatening the bouncer, too, so...
Good.
Yeah, it's all about a teddy bear. This guy got all bent out of shape when she didn't appreciate his gift ideas.
Well, I always say you never mess with a man's bear.
When did she get made permanent?
Last week.
Huh.
Yeah, she's all right. She stays out of the way, lets us do our thing.
Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts. People change when they get off probation. Any day now, I expect to feel one of her sharp, pointy little elbows in my ear.
Morning, Al.
Hey.
Any calls?
Oh, yeah, actually, a bunch.
Yeah, want to hear?
Most about your hunger striker. Manning Zhang death.
That was quick.
Got 5 reporters.
Reporters?
Mm-hmm.
Like sharks in the bathtub.
Oh, they're covering the hunger strike. You know, death adds drama. So,
Get to it later.
there's a June Wong, who's an attorney representing some of the other boat refugees, and Gina Ottaviani.
Gina? What's she want?
She didn't say.
It's about Ray Harley?
She didn't say. And because she's under the impression that you're the boss around here.
Probably about Ray Harley then. She just kept... Never let that one die, you know, Gina.
She didn't mention it.
Ray Harley, you remember him? We found him hanging in the park?
Yeah.
He's the ex-convict. She's trying to resurrect the son of a bitch.
I remember.
Dominic,
Yes, sir?
your death in custody, Mei Ling Zhang. Do we have anything on that yet?
I'm just getting started.
I'm just looking ahead to the disposition of her remains. I was wondering if she has any next of kin here in Canada.
Well, if she had, I think she would have been ordering pizza with them on Saturday night, not starving herself to make a point.
Yes, well, be that as it may, we have to look at sending her body back to China.
We still do that?
If she has any family there that we can locate or are willing to pay for it, yes, we do.
Okay. Willing to pay for it.
So I'll phone the correctional center, set up a meeting with the warden for you?
Yeah, the warden. Yeah. Yeah, thanks.
Hey, Angie, tell these guys to let me go. They picked me up for no reason.
Just stick a sock in it for a second. What's going on?
We picked her up for a break and enter over off commercial.
Wait, let me talk to her.
How you doing?
A lot better than you. When did you start doing beanies?
I wasn't. I was just keeping 6 while Bobby was inside the house. But I'm not telling them that. That's just for you, okay? They got absolute zeroed on me.
They pick up Bobby?
No, he got away.
All right, let me see if I can deal with this. Look, you don't have her in the house. No stolen property.
We're just gonna rattle her cage. See if she'd give up the boyfriend.
Let me have her. I'll take care of it. Come on, the bus won't stick anyway.
You're gonna owe me one.
Come here, let's get your cuffs off.
Thank you, officer.
We appreciate it, don't we, Sue?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. You know, your boyfriend left you hanging.
What's he gonna do?
Take care of himself and let you do the same. Do you want a cup of coffee?
I could use a few bucks, really.
Yeah? I think I got about, I don't know, $30 on me. Is that gonna hold you?
That'd be good.
What happened there?
I was just making some stuff on the stove.
You were high.
No. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Come with me. I got a first aid kit in the car.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you mad.
You're not making me mad. You're making me sad. You know, I look at you and I see someone who just refuses to treat themselves with any kind of dignity. Show me your arm. Oh, that's nasty. That had to hurt.
Yeah, kinda. Is that gonna sting?
Probably.
Milligan was here for almost 6 months.
That's a half a year waiting for an immigration hearing.
You know how the appeal process goes. It's endless.
So when this hunger strike that Mei Ling was on, when did that start?
7 weeks ago or so.
And how many other refugee women are involved with this?
We've got 3 in this institution, but it's going on all over the province. About 35 female refugees and all are on strike.
So the other 3 women refugees you have here, where would they be right now?
In segregation.
Segregation? Because they're on hunger strike?
No, they were put there before that started, for their own protection. They were having a hard time coping with prison life.
Understandable, considering they're not criminals.
These women being here is not my decision.
No, but I think it's your responsibility to make sure they don't get carried out of here feet first.
You want to put the blame on me now, or are you going to go to Inquest and spread some of it around to the bureaucrats who put her here?
There's going to be an inquest. You can trust me on that. You can also trust the fact that nobody at the top of the food chain is going to miss out on a seat at that table.
Good. Because believe it or not, I feel terrible about what happened.
Okay. Good. So those other women you have here, those other refugees, I need to speak to them.
Okay. How's your Chinese? I know mine's a little rusty.
Oh, there's no one here on duty who can translate? Well, I gotta see him anyway.
The other women in segregation are here for various prison violations, mostly drugs.
Okay. But the refugees, you keep them where?
Like these 3 here at the end. We monitor them around the clock. The lights are on 24 hours, cameras in the corner of the cells.
You're starting here? You're still bringing them food?
3 times a day, but if they won't eat it.
Yeah. I don't know. No. I don't like the way they look at all.
If they strung a rope around their neck or slit their wrists, I could stop it, but starving themselves to death, hey, according to the courts, that's their constitutional right.
Well, I think the adjudicator deserves to get a look at their condition, don't you?
I think their condition is under control.
Nevertheless. Would you open the door? Can you show this? Thanks. Is it okay? Thanks.
Well, they were willing participants in illegal human trafficking.
Willing participants? These refugees paid thousands of dollars to get on those boats, didn't they?
Yeah, which makes them part of a criminal enterprise. I'm an adjudicator. I don't have a choice. I have to detain them in prison while this is being investigated.
Imprisonment, criminal enterprise.
No, it's detainment, not imprisonment.
Yeah, but even detainment, isn't that word? It sounds like you're stuck in traffic or something, and not the reality of what it actually is, sir. Just have a look at these pictures. This is the reality right here. See, this is where they're being detained.
Yeah, I agree. This isn't the best of environments for
No kidding. Look at this one.
Isn't this a little beyond a coroner's mandate?
No, not really, no. I got the one woman dead already. I got 35 more on hunger strike, okay? I mean, my mandate really is involving keeping people alive.
Well, I'm sorry, but they're being treated the same as every other illegal refugee who comes here.
Okay, then what I'm gonna need is all your files from all the refugees you've detained from all the different countries. Then okay?
Bring me a warrant and I'll see what I can do.
A warrant? What happened to sanctuary, man? That's the concept here, sanctuary.
Tell us about the teddy bears again.
I told you already. You had a little time to stew about it, didn't you? About her rejecting you?
She didn't reject me.
Oh, but you bought her a teddy bear. Where'd you pick that up, by the way?
The flower girl. And they sell roses and stuffed animals in the bars.
Okay, so you bought a teddy bear from the flower girl, and then what? You tossed it up on the stage while Lisa was dancing?
Well, I handed it to her.
And then she dropped it there and forgot about it.
No, she was dancing with it, you know.
Using it in her act?
Yeah, and, you know, and kissing it and like that. And
yeah, she was making out with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe you gave her the teddy bear. So you're thinking maybe you're the teddy bear and it's you that she's making out with. And then she's done, the dance is over, you're forgotten, and she's gone.
She finished her act and picked up her clothes and her rug and her shoes and was walking down the stairs when I guess the bear fell out and landed on the stairs. Now, I didn't see it until the next dancer picked it up on her way onto the stage. Next thing you know, she starts using it in her routine. You know, doing the same thing, only more coarse, you know? And I'm thinking, that's not right. So I asked for the bear back. And then that's when the bouncer suddenly got all over me.
And he tossed you out.
He was unnecessarily violent.
And you said you were gonna come back and take care of him, didn't you? And I got a couple witnesses heard you say that.
No, I said I was gonna get back at him. I was gonna sue him, not attack him, nothing.
Sue him for assault.
Right. He broke my nose. I've been having equilibrium problems. I get dizzy all the time.
Are you still planning to sue the bar?
Uh-huh. I didn't kill the bouncer. You guys are barking up the wrong tree.
You still don't have an alibi, do you? But the night he got shot, you were home sleeping alone. No witnesses for that, right?
There's a lot of guys sleep alone in this world. You gonna check their alibis out?
Well, here you are.
Yeah, here I am, attempting to have my lunch.
You've been avoiding my calls.
This is about Ray Early. If this is about prisoner rights, I just don't want to hear it.
It's
Gina,
not.
please.
It's about your death in custody, Mei Ling Zhang.
I don't want to hear about that either. All I want to hear right now is the sound of these chicken feet here being stuck down my throat.
Are
and
you
that's it.
going to inquest on it?
Yeah, I'm going to inquest.
Good. Because I think Mei Ling's death is a case of racial profiling.
Racial profiling, Gina.
Yeah, if these
Racial
people
profiling.
weren't visible minorities, they wouldn't be in prison in the first place. And don't tell me that thought hasn't occurred to you.
That thought has never occurred to me.
Oh, okay, I see. We got all these Chinese refugees in jail, and you're just going to throw away an opportunity to bring their cause into a public forum. Is that what you're telling me?
That's what I'm doing, just throwing opportunity away. There it goes. Goodbye.
Not interested in the bigger picture, huh?
All I'm interested in right now is who's going to win the Win 4 tonight at Hastings Park. That and the fact that I promised myself I'll just deal with one tragedy at a time for the rest of my life. Okay? Anything else?
Yeah.
What?
I want standing at the inquest to address this issue.
No. Can't do it.
I got a lot of ammunition on racial profiling that you could use.
Don't want it.
Okay. Well, when the subject of race comes up, I just want you to know I'm here to help.
Now, that's probably the scariest words in English language right there. I'm just here to help.
Well, you just let me know when you change your mind.
I'm not going to change my mind. It's a pleasure to see you, Gina.
Always a pleasure.
You look
I'm going
lovely.
to see Mei Ling's lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the chat.
Oh, and by the way, you might want to talk to the prison orderlies who were there when Mei Ling died. I'm told the doctor in the infirmary tried to force feed her. Enjoy those chicken feet.
So the slug that caught the bouncer is a 9mm copper-jacketed hollow point.
Ouch. That's gonna hurt just a little bit.
Yeah, you got shrapnel basically taking the brain apart.
You still figure the shooter was standing right here?
Yeah, that works for the driver. Now the windscreen.
Windscreen? That's an old British term. You're not British, are you?
Windshield, excuse me. No, French originally, by way of Portugal. You see, my dad...
The windshield.
Portuguese? I don't see that. Somebody's been lying to you.
And it's got the 2 holes there, obviously. You see that?
So the bouncer, when he gets a hold of the gun, they struggle and shot rips past him through the windshield this way?
Uh-huh, maybe like that, maybe like that. So the slug I find that went through the woman is over in a doorpost. It's in there at an angle, over and down.
Came through the windshield at her this way?
Yeah, like the guy walked around in front of the car here to take a shot at her.
She's scrambling to get away, she gets it in the back.
Yeah, so we'd expect to find a 9mm round in the doorpost. A cut nose.
Yeah?
Like the first. Except it's not. It's a different round. It's a 38.
38. 38. 2 shooters?
Mm-hmm. That'd be my first guess, yeah.
2 shooters, 1 here, 1 over there.
Well, that doesn't really work with the stalker idea we had, does it? Unless he's got a buddy on a come-along helping him out.
Premeditated 2 guys, that's more along the professional line, like an execution.
Nah, professional's not gonna let the bouncer get a hold of his gun and fire off a wild shot through the windshield like that.
Find anything else in the car?
Not a damn thing, unless you want 2 tickets to a hockey game I found in the glove box.
Force feeding. That fits with the cause of death.
What shoes?
She drowned.
She drowned?
Mm-hmm. Try force feeding her to get it wrong. The feeding tube goes into the lung rather than into the stomach.
Is that an easy mistake to make, or what?
Well, force feeding is tricky to begin with. You know, first you have to take a long plastic tube, insert it through the nose into the stomach. If the patient is sedated or, like Mei Ling, unconscious, the gag reflex is pretty much lost. And you have the danger of the tube going into the lung. The food starts down the tube, you drown.
I just don't remember seeing any mention of force feeding in either the charts from the doctor or the infirmary, do you? No. No mention of force feeding at all. There's a question.
Well, we don't know if it's 2 guys. It could be 1 guy.
What do you mean, a cowboy with a couple of 6-shooters?
Yeah?
Hey.
Hey, Josie.
What you got there?
Oh, got lucky. I caught a bad guy.
Better than we're doing.
Oh, yeah? What's forensics got for you?
We're looking at 2 shooters, maybe.
Yeah?
Yeah, a couple guns anyway, different guns.
Oh, well, that puts a new twist on it. What are you thinking?
Well, 2 guys makes it look like a setup. Somebody tagging either him or her at the bar.
Anything in his background?
No, nothing.
Oh, something come up. Somebody's gonna come forward with something.
They're a lot more sophisticated in Europe. You can have a mistress, nobody sweats it.
What are you working on here?
She's dogging you.
You ask her out. I'm not interested.
Good-looking woman. She wants you. Give it a rest, Leo. Lord, forgive the young.
That's good. Oh,
What?
the boss wants to see you as soon as you come in.
Well, what's dope on that?
I don't know. I have no intelligence to offer you.
Not a clue?
No, he's been in there all day, making phone calls, but not through me. Okay, I go in there, he shoos me out. I'm out of the loop.
Tend to want to know what this is all about.
What?
Well, the United States is probably the ultimate destination for those refugees, so... No, I don't think you'd be getting any pressure from the Yanks on this one, do you? Oh, I need the warden at the Women's Correctional Institute.
Okay, yeah. Oh, and the attorney for some of the other boat refugees is very anxious to talk to you.
Here.
Come in.
Okay.
Close, please. I understand Mei Ling Zhang was force-fed. Where are you on that question?
Well, I haven't had a chance to talk to anyone from the prison yet, not the warden or anybody, but I'm assuming that the doctor tried to revive her.
Well, that's within their purview, isn't it?
Usually, but I don't like the fact they kept it a deep, dark secret. It's ringing a distant bell there somewhere.
Yes, but it seems to me you have your cause of death, which is an accident during a medical procedure.
Yeah, well, we'll see what comes up at the inquest, right?
Fine. Well, when you have your list of witnesses and jurors, I'd like to see it, please.
Okay. Excuse me, but am I missing something?
Did you talk to the adjudicator?
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, briefly.
Well, he's pissed.
That's too bad.
The way he explains that these people are not political refugees.
They're what?
Economic refugees.
They're what?
economic refugees.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So if you got money in your pocket, that's fine. You're invited in. But if you don't have money in your pocket, you're a little short there, it's get the hell out of here. We don't want you.
Yes, but all of which has nothing to do with Mei Ling Zhang dying from a medical procedure.
Please, I'm not hearing this, am I? Am I hearing that we're allowing another federal institution to influence our mandate? Please.
Our mandate is to determine how this woman died in custody and to get recommendations from the jury as to how to avoid such a thing ever happening again.
What is that smell? What is that? Is that mendacity? Is that cheap political aftershave?
Look, I can take this away from you or not, Dominic. It's your decision.
My decision. My decision? If you take away my tools, how do I do my job, sir?
In this case, try doing it without veering the inquest off into an immigration issue.
All right, what I'll do is I'll put it in a nice box for you. I'll put a bow on there and everything, put a balloon on and stick it on your desk. Are you cool with that?
However it comes is fine with me. Just spell my name right on the card.
Warden's in Victoria for the day.
Oh, no. All right, you have to get Gina Taviani for me on the phone.
You're kidding me. You want to talk to her now?
Yeah, now.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Mick.
Hey, Josie.
Hey, you heading to the gym?
No, I'm just going for a run.
Oh, yeah, you want some company? I just gotta grab my gear. I won't hold you up or anything.
Yeah? Okay, sure.
Okay.
All right.
Hi.
Hey, Leo, I didn't expect you here today.
I got off work early. I thought maybe we could brush up a little.
I can't see you today. I'm giving a private lesson. Sorry. Why don't you book another time while you're here?
Yeah, sure. Sure.
This is it.
This one here?
Yeah, it's up on the second floor there.
Pretty nice looking spot.
Yeah, it's small, but it's cozy.
Okay. Well, take it easy.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for the run.
Anytime. It's good.
You want to come on up? I mean, I think I have some cold beer in the fridge.
Really? Yeah, okay. Why not?
Okay, you can park right there.
Right here?
Here you go.
So, somebody got to you, huh?
Nobody got to me. Gina, what are you talking about?
It won't be an inquest. It'll be a whitewash.
Look, this is not an immigration issue, okay? This is a death in custody, please.
Like I said, somebody got to you.
I called you, Gina. Do you remember that? I called you. For God's sakes, that's a courtesy.
Okay, death in custody then. Let's talk about that.
Okay, good.
I understand your autopsy proved me right. Mei Ling was force-fed.
Can I just ask you one question? Where did you get that information?
I can't tell you. Did force feeding contribute to her death?
Well, I think the prison doctor had a right to try and save her life.
Not if she didn't want him to.
What do you mean?
Look, you need to talk to Mei Ling's lawyer. You have to hear it from her.
What?
If she'll tell you. She might be saving it for the lawsuit.
Lawsuit? What are you talking lawsuit?
I'll
Who's she
be
gonna
happy
sue?
to set up a meeting with her if you want.
I don't know. I think I better handle this alone, Gina. Thanks a lot.
Oh, hey, one more thing. Did you go to the adjudicator and try to get the refugees out of prison?
I didn't. There's no need to thank me.
Yeah, no, I wasn't going to thank you. I was going to ask you to leave it alone.
What? I don't believe I'm hearing this.
The refugees on the hunger strike asked me to tell you
Are you getting this from the lawyer?
No, it was their idea. She doesn't like it.
I'm with her.
You remember in Vietnam, the Buddhists in the prison there?
How the hell did we get to Vietnam and
The
Buddhists?
monks in the prison there went on a hunger strike. You remember? Anyway, the UN shows up to inspect the jail. Guess what? No hunger strikers, huh? They hid them away, out of sight, out of mind.
Now, what's your point?
You put them someplace out of harm's way, who's going to care about them?
Well, I expect they'll always have you, Gina.
Yeah. And that's the problem, okay? Because I shouldn't have to be doing this. I should be out of a job. My job should be redundant. It shouldn't exist. There should never be a need for a person
If your
like
job
me.
didn't exist, Gina, trust me, you'd find some way to create one just
No.
like it. Yeah, you would. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, okay, you're probably right. So do you want me to set up a meeting with Family's lawyer?
Probably right.
Do you?
Okay. Okay, good. Set it up.
I will.
If you can. Thank you, Gina.
Hey, Emilio. What happened?
It was all busted up, torn apart like this when I got here.
Kids on a party, maybe?
I'm hoping so.
Anything stolen?
Not that I could tell. They did do one good thing for us. I was checking out where they were messing around over here, and I found this.
Oh, yeah. Looks like a metal box of some kind.
Uh-huh.
You have bones in here?
I think so. I didn't want to start until you'd had a chance to see it.
Mm-hmm. You think those other bones we found were with these in the box there?
Well, it's in the same dig site, so do you think we're looking at a cemetery here?
Well, I checked with the local archives, and they didn't have a listing for it, but they didn't always register cemeteries, so...
Okay, maybe it's some kind of private burial plot then.
Maybe, yeah. Someone's backyard.
Okay, so did you get anything on the bones? What are we thinking about origin?
Well, the incisors are shovel-shaped, which is indicative of First Nations, but also common to Asians. So I'm thinking First Nations, or maybe Chinese, Japanese.
Well, it makes sense from the age and the area we're digging in Japantown.
This tin box is intriguing, though.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm gonna get my camera. I'm gonna be late for work again.
I might have been upstairs when that all went down. I remember him kicking out the Vietnamese guy, but not the other guy, the one with the teddy bears. I mean, I know who you're talking about, but I wasn't here when he got kicked out. That was a couple weeks ago.
Did anybody hear this guy threaten Curtis? Did Curtis or Lisa say anything about that?
There's a lot of action in the bar here, right? A little hooking on the side, gambling, a little dope dealing.
No, there's no secret there.
Okay. Was Curtis involved with any of that stuff?
No, Curtis wasn't into that stuff. He was trying to get into the fire department or the police department or one of those.
Okay. Now with Lisa, were there any stalkers coming by the apartment like that?
And there was a night a couple weeks before she got shot. I came home and the door was left wide open. That was kind of weird.
Somebody been in there?
Well, the door was open, but Lisa was asleep in the back bedroom. I came in, it felt like someone kind of being in the place. You know, you get that weird feeling.
Did you happen to mention this to any of your neighbors at all?
I think I just forgot about it.
Okay.
It feels so weird, you know, I keep feeling like he's in here watching me. I used to ask Curtis to drive me home when I felt like this.
Maybe you should get into another line of work.
You think that's the answer?
You're in a line of work that exposes you to a lot of anonymous people who could be checking you out.
I get checked out on the way to work, at work, on the way home from work.
You're a good-looking woman.
I gotta go and do my next set.
What do you think could be done about it?
I don't know. I gotta go.
Okay, thanks a lot. We'll be in touch with you, okay? Thanks.
You know, funny thing happened.
What?
I went by the dance studio the other night. I didn't call to make an appointment or anything. I was just hoping to, you know...
Hoping to see Carla?
Yeah, see Carla. Well, she was there all right, but she kind of caught me by surprise because she was dancing with another guy.
Well, what's the problem with that? She's a dance teacher.
It just took me by surprise, you know.
What, are you jealous? You are. You are, you're jealous.
I hardly know this woman, you know, and here I'm projecting all these feelings onto her. What the hell is that about?
I don't know.
Dee?
Yeah.
This is June Wong. She's representing some of the other boat refugees.
Oh, yes. Thanks for coming down.
I would have come sooner, but you haven't returned any of my calls.
I didn't return your calls. I'm very sorry about that. I got no excuse to give you.
So how can I help you?
Well, Gino Taviani told me that you may have some information for me regarding Mei Ling Zhang's death.
I might. It depends on what you're going to do with it. I understand the inquest is going to be a whitewash.
No. No, that is not the case at all. I'll give you my solemn word on that.
Okay, let's say I believe you.
All right, well, here's my problem. I mean, I'm pretty much thinking right now, When you look at the evidence, that the jury's going to come back and bring us a ruling of accidental death in Mei Ling's case. So if you have anything at all that can lead us in the right direction.
Do you remember a number of years ago, a Dugubor woman who died in prison on a hunger strike?
Vaguely. It wasn't actually my case.
Well, she gave specific instructions that under no circumstances was she to receive any medical intervention.
Oh, yes. And as I remember it, she got her wish and she died.
Which was her decision, and the courts backed her up.
Right. Okay, so how does that affect Mei Ling's death?
She specifically instructed me that she did not want any medical attention or intervention at any time.
Really?
Yes.
And the warden knew about this?
I told the warden myself.
What'd the warden say?
She argued with me.
Well, she would. I mean, she's the one who's gonna be sitting there watching her die a few cells at a time.
If Mei Ling refused help, and they gave it to her anyway, and she died as a result of that, then this could be a case of homicide. Don't you agree?
This would have been about 2.5 weeks ago. Your neighbor, Sylvia, down there, she thought somebody was in her apartment.
I remember. I got up because I heard Lisa, the dead girl, arguing with somebody in the hall. Like, Lisa didn't want to let somebody in or was kicking them out.
You didn't happen to see who this somebody was, did you?
No, but, you know, there was a police officer here. I thought she was taking care of it, so I went back to bed.
Did she have somebody in custody, or was she by herself?
No, just her.
This officer was a woman?
Mm-hmm. I got her card here somewhere. She came by earlier about a month before that and asked me to keep an eye out for her. Constable Hutchins.
Good-looking blonde?
Yeah, that's her.
And what was it she asked you to do for her again?
Well, she said they were keeping an eye on a guy that used to go with Lisa, and the officer asked me to let her know if he'd been around, how often, you know. I guess he was being investigated for something.
And this guy, the friend, he was a big guy, muscular.
Yeah, Curtis was his name. I heard Lisa call him Curtis.
This is some good information. You mind if we come in and take a statement from you? Would that be all right?
Come on in.
Neither Mei Ling nor her lawyer ever instructed me not to try and save her life.
They didn't? Nobody said to you at any time, no medical intervention?
No.
Are you sure about that? That's what you're gonna say? Are you prepared to swear to that on the stand at the inquest?
That's right.
Under oath?
I'll swear to it.
Okay, never happened then. But can you explain to me why, when I first came to talk to you about this, you'd made no mention of the fact that you force-fed her? There's nothing on the notes, on the doctor's notes, in the infirmary notes, nowhere, no mention, not one word. Can you explain that to me?
That was an oversight. The doctor has since amended Mei Ling's medical chart. I've got that if you want.
So you got an oversight and amendment. That's it. You're gonna stick with that story?
That's right. I'm sticking with the truth. Yeah, what happened to Mei Ling was an accident.
Well, maybe it was, but you covering it up, that was definitely not an accident.
No good deed goes unpunished, right? What would you do? Just sit back and watch the woman die? I don't think so. Now, if that's all...
No, that's not all. No. I want the doctor down here. I want to talk to him. I want the orderlies down here. I want to talk to them, too, because I want to know all the events that led to Mei Ling's death. Who said what to who in the infirmary, when they said it, why they said it, the whole damn truth. Okay? I'm waiting. I want to do this now. Get on the phone, get the doctor down here, get the orderlies down here.
The warden denies any knowledge. That's what she said.
That's right.
She's accusing Mei Ling's lawyer of being a liar.
Yeah, it's pretty much her word against the warden's at this point.
Well, what about the force feeding? You said that contributed to her death.
From what I got from the orderlies, from the doctor up there at the prison, this was pretty much accidental, Gina.
They tried to cover it up.
I know. But that's a separate issue. Do you understand? I'm going to deal with that in a separate fashion, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Look, I didn't want to have to do this, but there was a witness.
A witness? What do you mean a witness?
One of the other women on the hunger strike. She was there when Mei Ling told the warden she didn't want any medical intervention.
You know, why am I just hearing about this now?
Well, there's a problem.
What's the problem?
Some people might think her credibility is maybe a little questionable.
Why?
She got involved with one of the snakeheads who brought the refugees in. That's how she paid part of her ticket.
What do you mean, she prostituted herself for the passage over or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, why didn't the lawyer come forward with this?
She was hoping she wouldn't have to. So, what are you gonna do?
Well, I just don't know.
Assault causing homicide?
Might be. You know, if Mei Ling had requested that they not force feed her, and then the warden went ahead and did so, and that procedure resulted in her death, then yeah.
Have we talked to the witness?
No, I thought I'd come by and see what you had to say about it first.
Well, my take is it's a long way from attempting to save a woman's life to homicide, and I'm not prepared to go down that road with you.
Okay, so you won't pursue it?
No, my interpretation is the prison was trying to intervene in the suicide.
Right. Okay. Well, we'll see what the Crown has to say, I guess, huh?
Okay, well, if they bring it back to me, maybe I'll take a look at it.
Okay. All right, you want your door closed?
Sure.
Okay, now, as I understand it, the reason for leaving China in the first place was you left because of the one-child per couple system, right?
你離開中國係為咗政府唔肯俾你生多過一個仔。
係啊，如果政府知道我有咗第二個咧，佢會逼我落咗去㗎。
I was pregnant with my second child, and the government would have forced me to get rid of it.
What, was her husband with her?
Her husband is dead.
I'm sorry. So she's pregnant. Did she give birth to the child here in Canada?
She miscarried right after she arrived. That's the reason the Crown says she's not in any danger if they send her back.
And is there any truth to that?
No, she would be severely punished.
Really? How does that work?
Women like her who are sent back are often imprisoned and tortured. Being deported can be like a death sentence.
Can I? All right. Now, I have to ask you this about the snakehead that she got involved with.
She was raped.
Right. So, Liu, am I saying that right? Yeah. Liu, at any time, did you hear your friend Mei Ling Zhang instruct her lawyer here that if she got sick, she didn't want any help?
你嗰時有冇聽到美玲同我講，如果佢病咗，唔希望人哋幫佢？
有啊，美玲話咗，如果有個醫生嚟咗咧，佢唔想你哋醫佢啊。
She says she heard Mei Ling tell me that.
She did. And was the warden present?
嗰時有冇警署喺度？
有啊，有啊。
Okay, that's a yes, right? Okay. Just give us 1 second, okay? Thanks very much. Be right back.
Okay. So what are you trying to get out of this?
Well, mainly I want to get them out of prison before any others die.
So you think if evidence is discovered at Inquest that Mei Ling's death is a homicide, you'll get that?
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, unfortunately, if you're looking for charges to come out of this or somehow force the issue, I gotta tell you, I'm not seeing any criminal intent here.
Well, how's this for intent? I mean, the prison officials absolutely refused to act on her expressed wishes, right?
Yeah, I appreciate that. But what you have here is a legal argument, not a crime.
Well, I'm not sure I see it that way. I'm pretty sure a jury in the coroner's inquest is not going to see it that way. If I put her on the stand in my court and the jury hears her testimony, hears her whole story, I guarantee you they're coming back with homicide.
Well, that's their prerogative. Just don't expect the Crown or the police to get involved, because they won't.
Really?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
We met her at the scene.
She was first member on the shooting?
She took the call on her shift.
And she did or did not mention she knew either of the victims?
Well, she didn't say she didn't know him, but she recalled later on having met Curtis.
So she didn't mention she'd been over to the victim's apartment, making arrangements with the neighbor to let her know about Curtis's comings and goings?
Pretty big omission.
Or you want to look at her weapon?
No, I don't want to spook her with that yet. I think we need a little more information, what the story is with her and Curtis, whether they were dating or not, if she was stalking Curtis or maybe Lisa. We've got to get into all of that.
The thing is, she's been working us, working Mick here, trying to get in on the case.
So you just want to keep playing her along?
Yeah.
Well, I disagree. I think you should jump to it. Seize her gun, get her in for questioning, and find out why she didn't mention what she omitted. I don't want her out there spoiling the case, and that's if we still have one.
So grab the gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, what's going on?
Just doing a little catch-up on the case.
Oh, yeah?
I'd ask you a couple questions.
Yo, why didn't you tell us you knew one of the victims?
I apologize for that.
You care to tell us about it now?
I was embarrassed.
About what?
I was embarrassed that we had dated, and here he was, with a stripper.
Yeah, that could make you look bad, but it makes all of us look bad.
Well, I'm really sorry. I wasn't thinking about that. No, I was just thinking what an opportunity it would be to work with you guys on a case, and...
Yeah. We're gonna have to ask you for your weapon.
You're kidding me, right?
We also got a warrant to search your place.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Can we go inside and talk? If you want my gun, you can have my gun. You can look around the apartment if you want to. It's just that I have neighbors here and friends and...
Yeah, okay, we can talk inside.
Thank you.
You don't want to call a lawyer.
No, I'm all right with it.
It isn't over. Visit DaVinci'sInquest.tv.